Alright, welcome to this week's Shop My Stash. This is our base products and our palettes. I used the Mob Sides 2. So we have the Be Perfect Carnival, the Antidote. I actually like this. It's very nice. We have the Glam Light Ice Cream Palette. I like this, and I always forget there's not dark enough shade in here to do a complete look for myself. So I always forget that I need to pair this with another palette when I pull this, which is probably why it doesn't get used as much. I didn't use my Pat McGrath palette here, which is the Celestial Odyssey palette. Oh. Here's what she looks on the inside. I love the shimmers in this palette. That green is the prettiest shade ever. It's a very pretty shade. This black, the best black ever. And I use the Car Beauty Easy Cruisin'. This palette's okay. Looks like this green shade's already leaking. This is a pairing palette as well. I like this palette, but it wasn't like super impressive. Then we have the Naughty Nude palette here. Very pretty palette. And then Melt Marat. Very pretty. Melt, I think, okay, this is an unpopular opinion, but I think Melt is way overhyped, okay? Way overhyped. And we have Jurassic World Profusion palette. I actually didn't end up using this palette this week. There's the glitter side on the inside. As you can tell, I do use this palette. Such a pretty shade. So those were the palettes. So let's go through. Go ahead and show you palettes I picked out currently to use, and then we'll go through the face products. So we have Pastel Mints from Huda Beauty. Here's our inside of that. Very pretty. You can tell I really like that nude shade, I guess. And I picked the Wild Jaguar, also from Huda Beauty. Look at the inside of that. That is pretty. Look at that purple black, though. Look at that. It's such a pretty palette. And then Weirdo from Jeffree Star. I really like this palette. It's like a dark. This is why I didn't feel the need to get the Chucky palette from Glam Light. I had the Weirdo palette. That's the fun side of having a big makeup collection, especially eyeshadows, is sometimes when there's a release, you don't need to go buy some of the newer things because you might already have the color story. Then there's Morphe times Ashley Strong. I think this was an underrated Morphe collab palette. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. That is a definition of grunge. And I also picked out Tiny Marbles. from Oh Sydney Grace. Okay, so we're gonna go set this one here and then set Sydney. Okay, that works. And I picked out Beauty Bay Midnight palette. I love this palette. It's probably one of my most used palettes. She's just so gorgeous. I also do a lot of blue looks. There we go. Couldn't get her in there. And the last palette I picked out is the XX Revolution Powerpuff Girls palette. So that is our palette lineup for this week. I think that's a pretty nice little selection. Let's pull out our face products here. Okay, so here's what we have all for our face products. We have the Merit Clay Bronze Balm. I am really loving this little bronze balm stick. This thing is real nice. Really liking it. I'm gonna put this up though. I've used it for 2 weeks straight. We have the NYX Wonder Stick blush stick. We're gonna put this one up. We have Milk Makeup Iced. Very pretty. That one up. We have Benefit Cookie. It's very pretty. Then we have Natasha Denona Bloom Highlighting Blush. I just use it as a blush topper. Love it. I'm gonna keep this out though, because I'm really liking this. Then we have Archie. This is I Heart Revolution Party Pets Highlighter. I'm gonna put this up, but I love this. It's a great product. We have ABH. This is the Italian Summer Face Palette. Gorgeous. I'm actually gonna keep this out because I did not use this last week and I want to use it. Let's see here. Perfect. And we have Benefit Hoola Glow. This is great. I also forgot how pigmented this is going with a light hand. Definitely forgot. Show you the face products. So, you know, what was used, what wasn't used. So foundation, we have the Revlon Age Defying Foundation. I'm really liking this foundation. I'm gonna keep this out. Then we have the ABH Foundation Luminous. Put this one back up. I kept this out one for 2 weeks. We have the ABH All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm gonna keep this out. I've almost used this up. We have Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I'm gonna put this up because I kind of want to use the Milk Makeup one. Or, no, not the Milk Makeup one. Oh, I'll remember which one it is. I'll remember when I pull open the drawer. And we have e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm gonna put this one back up. We have a Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. I'm gonna keep this out. I really like using this. And then we have this Jelly Pop Shadow, or Jelly Mud Shadow from ColourPop in this shade Big Ego. I meant to use this as a highlighter and did not, but I'm gonna put it back up though. And we have a color corrector from Ulta Beauty, shade Yellow. Put that one up. And we have ABH concealer in the shade 3. I'm gonna keep this one out. Then we have Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish C2 Soft Matte Concealer. I'm gonna put that one up. Okay, and we have, that's my hair. We have Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. We're gonna keep this one out. Then we have, Shape Tape Glow Powder shade Sunlight. I'm using this as a finishing powder. Keeping this out. My goal is to finish this and then move on to a different finishing powder. We have Essence All About Matte. I forgot about this. I'm keeping this out. I'm just going to set it on top of that. So that way it gets used. I keep setting this under this so it doesn't get used. And we have Ulta Beauty Nourishing Mascara Primer. I'm going to keep this one out. We're going to put the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Up, even though this is a ride or die. And I'm going to put on that for mascara. Mascara primers, I'm going to keep, or not mascara, eyeshadow primers. I'm going to keep out the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Brow products, we're going to keep our brow products the same this week. Same thing with this little Tattoo Studio brow lipstick. And the glitter primer. I did pull out the Maybelline Liquid Lippy in the shade Pleasure Seeker. Used that for a look when I went live on Twitch. And then I pulled out Cheeky Superstay from Maybelline. Okay, that covers all of that. So let's pick out some products. So primers, I didn't keep out any primers this week. Drugstore. We're just gonna pull out the e.l.f. Soft Velvet Primer. And then for high end, I'm gonna pull out the Fenty Beauty Instant Retouch Primer. And then foundations, I kept out a drugstore foundation. So for high-end foundation, I want to use, I think we're going to go with go ahead and go with Tarte Hydro Flex in the shade Light 25N Light Medium Neutral. Concealer. We love to have a high-end concealer, so for drugstore, I think we're going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear. And then for color corrector, kind of want to use the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Corrector. Get that in there. Yeah, need setting powders. Setting powders were good on bronzers. Let's go with powder. I'm gonna go with the Tarte Sugar Rush. This is in the shade Sun and Fun. So we're gonna go with this one. Actually, I forgot we have the Italian Summer Beach face palette out. That's got a bronzer in there. So let's just get a cream bronzer. So for cream bronzer, we'll just go with go ahead and do the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. And I have the shade medium tan. So that's what we're going to do for that. So let's go ahead and move to the other side. For blush. For cream blush, let's go ahead and pull out. I think we're gonna do the let's go and pull out the Jaclyn Hill shade Swoon, and then I think I'll go with the ABH shade Soft Rose stick blush. And then I've got my powder blush picked up. Oh, highlighter. Let's go with been really into like more gold highlighters, so let's go with the ColourPop Stole the Show. And then let's go with the Juvia's The Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. This is really in your face. And then, oh, I already got a face palette. Got a setting spray. Mascara, I'm going to pull out the Great Lash from Maybelline for mascara. And that's all I needed from this drawer. Let's put everything, oh, get myself wheeled up over here. Let's put everything up in this back area. Alright, well that is my Shop My Stash for this week. Let me know, what did you pick out? What are you loving? What are you not loving? Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.